Hey, welcome everybody out to our broadcast. Today, I want to take a few minutes and talk about sales tax in your Volusion store. Now, I've done trainings about this in the past, but it's changed a little bit, at least inside the Volusion software here. So I want to kind of explain how that's changed and how you can set it up. Just as a quick prerequisite to this, let's just talk about the legality of charging sales tax on your own website, because this question comes up a lot. First of all, we shouldn't charge any sales tax unless you're licensed to do so first. That would be illegal, right? Most states require some sort of a license or a permit. So I'm just going to write down what they're typically called, and then you can do a little bit of homework on how to get them within your own state. They are state specific. So I'm just going to say this: if you want to charge sales tax, get licensed first, right? It's the law. Okay, well, what kind of a license do I need? One, get it from your state. That means with me being in Utah, I might go to something like utah.gov, like I'm doing now, and I'm going to look for like their business section, which on utah.gov is right here. There's a business spot that I can click, and then I would look through this and see if I can find anything. Let's see, business structure, running a business. Let me go to online business services and see if there's anything here. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll try to find some kind of contact information here so I can find out specifically how to get my state sales tax number. And by the way, as far as what this is called, what's the license called? It's, whoops, sorry. I'm going to say it's either a reseller permit. It could be a state sales tax license or a state sales tax ID, etc. Like, it's got different names, and I don't know what it's going to be for your state. So my advice is, if you want to do it on your own, go to your state's website just like I did and try to find it on your own. I mean, a lot of times you can even search for it, and I'm going to type in like sales tax right here and see if I can find maybe under Utah tax forms, potentially general sales and use tax online training. I don't know if I want to do a training for it. That doesn't seem right. I'd have to kind of search around a little bit here. If I can't find it, which I don't see it quickly, I'm going to look for some contact information, see if there's somebody I can contact from. Oh, well, right here. You've got the Utah State Tax Commission. What I'd probably do is I would contact this number, 801-297-2200. Of course, my business, excuse me, the reason why I'm bringing this up is my business is located in the state of Utah, which is why I'm looking here. So I would probably call that number and ask, hey, how do I get a reseller permit? You know, I would explain, hey, I've got an online business. I'm occasionally going to be charging or selling to Utah state residents. How do I go about getting licensed so that I can charge sales tax? And that's another rule, guys. Like, you need to make sure you're aware of the fact that, I'm going to say number 3, you do not charge sales tax to people who live in a state outside of your own, right? So if you are from Texas and you buy from my website, I don't charge you sales tax. If you're from North Carolina and you buy from my website, I don't charge you sales tax. If you're from California, Idaho, Colorado, and then I could name every other one of the 49 states, I don't charge you sales tax. If you're from Utah and you purchase from my website, I charge you sales tax. So that is my only obligation. But yet again, I cannot do that or even begin to do it until I get licensed, and that's what we're going to recommend that you do. Okay, get licensed first. We don't give legal or tax advice here. but I can tell you that that's generally how you go about getting it. Okay, so let's fast forward. Let's assume you've got your state sales tax license or tax ID, and you're ready to incorporate this into Volusion. Well, you'd come into your site here, you'd go to settings and then tax, okay? So we've logged into our Volusion site, we're in our dashboard, settings and then tax, and I click on this. And you might get this default thing to come up where it says verify tax rate, and it actually gives you the state of Utah. And I think it does that because our coaching office is based in Utah, so it defaults to that. You're going to say, no, I'm going to add a new rate, right? And so you're going to say, well, you know, I'm in Alabama, and then you would set it from here, right? But you're going to notice something here. Once I select Alabama, or I'm going to select Colorado, I can't change the rate. It doesn't work for me, right? I'm clicking everywhere, and I think this is just it's a little Volusion issue. So here's the workaround, okay? Let me go back out to my dashboard again. And I'm going to go back to settings and then tax, and it'll probably give me the default again. Yep, see how it's giving me Utah. I'm just going to say yes, looks good, okay? And it's going to bring up this Utah one. Okay, well, leave this there for now, and then come up to the top right and click Add, and I'm going to select from here, you know, I'm going to go Alabama, and it's going to want your business postal code, okay? Let me see if I can find one for Alabama here. Okay, so let's say my business is located in 35006, okay? Well, what happens is it automatically fills in a tax rate there when I do that. So I'll show you again, 35006, fills in a tax rate. That's done because this is incorporated with a tax rate system that automatically does this for you. You just need to put in what your zip code is, okay? And I hit add, and it just enabled it, right? And you're going to see here in Alabama, apparently the rates vary a little bit. So, you know, depending on where the person is from in Alabama, probably their county or whatever part of the state, the tax rate that we're going to charge them will vary, but it's already done for you. Inside Volusion, their shopping cart connects in with another service that makes sure this is done correctly. So in Utah, it's easy because it's got this flat rate right here, but in other states, it's going to stay that the rate varies. Anyway, well, once that's in, obviously I don't want to do this in Utah, so I'm going to hit the little trash symbol here at the far right and delete. And then it's just going to leave me with Alabama, and I'm all set, right? Now that's, again, assuming I live in Alabama, or at least my business is located there, and that's where I'm doing business. I would be responsible to charge tax there. But again, I'm not going to do this unless I've already been licensed first. So some of you guys have asked me, well, should I wait, you know, to launch my store because I don't have a state sales tax number? I would say no, go ahead and launch your store. Get into business. It's likely if I'm based in Alabama, my first few sales probably aren't going to come there anyway, or come from there anyway. And so I don't think it's a huge deal. Just make sure that's one of the things that you get after you launch, so that you can make sure that you're charging sales tax when you're supposed to. And that's it. That's how to set up here in Volusion. And hopefully you don't have any trouble finding through your state how to get registered and set up with that. If you do have any trouble, contact us, contact your coach. We'd be more than happy to help. But once that's done, you're all set. So, guys, I hope that little video helped. If you have any questions, contact your coach. I'll see you next time.